Hello, YouTube. Welcome to day 11 of the 365 challenge, where I post a long form video every single day. And today we're going to be doing our Lorwyn Eclipsed Blue set review, which means we're going to give it a rating between 1 through 10 for every single card in the set. If you guys missed it, we already did the Welcome to Lorwyn, where we do all of the new returning mechanics and draftable archetypes, everything you need to know to go into your pre-releases, as well as all the white cards. So check those out as well. As always, for the set reviews, we have my co-host Yanks on the line. How you doing, Yanks?
Good. Happy to be done with those little tiny white creatures and getting to the good color cards.
Boo! I really like the white cards always, and Yanks loves the blue. But let's go ahead and just get right to it. We'll try to make this one under an hour for you guys. The Architect's Defenses, 2 mana.
Nope.
Aquatex Defenses, 2 mana for an enchant aura with flash. Enchant creature you control. When this aura enters, it gains hexproof till end of turn and gets +1/+2. I actually really like this card.
Anytime you get a basically combat trick, I know this is an aura, but it's effectively a combat trick that can blank a removal spell, you're pretty happy for 1 or 2 mana.
Yeah, and it's going to leave a lasting effect similar to like a Snakeskin Veil. So it's a little beefier in combat. It's going to do everything that I kind of want this to do. Flash is really, really cool. I really like the upside here. I don't think I'm ever cutting this card. I'm going to call this a 6.
I think so too. Blue is also a color that tends to be wanting to leave mana up to play at instant speed anyway, so it helps conceal that this is what you have.
Yeah.
Because you could have a number of different things.
All right, next up, 2 mana for another enchant aura. When this aura enters, tap enchant creature. Enchant creature can't become untapped and can't have counters put onto it. That's interesting.
It makes sense, right? So you can't. One of the downsides in this set to sort of pacifism, sleep type effects is that they could just use it to deposit all their -1 counters. So it's nice that they can't do that here.
Yeah, but I've never seen that it cannot become untapped.
True.
So there's usually a creature that allows you to manipulate tap and untap like that, and it's usually rare, but you tend to have access to it. And I think it's interesting that they put it in here, which makes me believe that we're going to see a lot more untapping than usual.
Yeah, you're right. I don't recall seeing that line of text before.
Yeah. Rating wise, this is, lockdown enchantment auras they tend to be really, really good. We have seen a few bounce spells, so that, gives me pause. Like with the Avatar set, you had the Waterbend 5 to just shuffle it back into the library. So you had a nice out if like you wanted to play around your opponent airbending or bouncing. But I still think this is going to be very, very good. So I would say 7.5. This might be Blue's premium removal.
I think so. Yeah, 7.5 seems pretty good for this.
We'll see if there's more bounce and flicker. Then it might play lower. Next up, we have a 3 mana Merfolk Soldier. It's a 4/6 as an additional cost to cast this Merfolk. Behold a Merfolk and exile it. So either a Merfolk you have in your hand or on the battlefield. Whenever this creature enters or becomes tapped, tap up to 1 target creature and put a stun counter on it. When this creature leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to its owner's hand. I think this is excellent. It's huge stats. The Behold doesn't scare me too much. There was less Merfolk in white than Kithkin, but I feel like blue is going to have a shit ton of Merfolks. It's going to be its main color. And the stats here are insane, and the stun counters have been phenomenal in every set that they've been relevant.
Agreed, and this is part of a cycle we're going to see throughout the 5 colors. The champion of the something with this same Behold cost, referencing back to the champion mechanic from Lorwyn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this card's great. You don't usually get efficiently statted creatures in blue.
Yeah, and this is above efficient.
Yes, yeah.
Like you don't see 4/4s for 4 in blue, right? Like that's
exactly
a green thing and sometimes a white thing. Yeah, white's starting to get a little bit more like 3/3s for 3. The sort of centaur-esque stat lines. Yep. But yeah, I think this card is excellent. I'm gonna call this an 8.
Agreed.
I think this is certainly gonna win games. 5 mana for a 3/3 with Flash. Convoke. When this creature enters, return up to one other target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. So this lets you bounce out of those auras. A lot of bounce spells, a lot of flash creatures in the set so far, and I like the tempo. I like the Convoke. Combat tricks, get out of here. This is excellent.
Yeah, Flash and Convoke is a scary combination because a lot of times you're playing around things based on their mana, not based on their 3 open creatures.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this card is quite good. It's really good tempo. It's an okay statted body with Convoke, given that. Flash is like sneaky blocks. I don't think this is crazy powerful, but I do think it is very good. So
it's like a 6.5.
I'm gonna say 7. I'm high on it.
Yeah, I think it's good. I know maybe I need to get used to blue having with its Merfolk as one of the archetypes having more creatures than I'm used to.
Next up, we have a 1 mana 2/2 flyer. This creature enters with a -1/-1 counter, and you can pay 3, remove that counter from this creature. When this creature you control deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker this turn, draw a card. Cool. This card's excellent. And I have to say, I know it's not cute art, but I really like the art. I think this is beautiful. That is very well done art.
So you get a 1/1 flyer that eventually becomes a 2/2 that replaces itself.
Yeah, I think this card's very good.
And potentially more, because it's whenever a creature deals it, so you can draw several cards.
Yeah. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, and then you could potentially like blight it again or get more value out of it potentially. But I think this card is very, very good. It's kind of like lowish impact, and these colors aren't trying to blight.
That's true.
So you're not super likely to get more value out of it. And that's a fairy. Some things care about fairies. So I'm going to say 6.5. It's maybe a 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say 7.
It's a 7. It's so hard to rate the 1 and 2 drops when they're this good because they are low impact, right? When you compare it to like the 6 mana 8s, it's you know what I mean. It's tough to compare them, but realistically, this is incredibly strong for a 1-drop.
For sure.
2 mana for a 1/2 with flash and flying. When this creature enters, choose up to one other target creature. Until end of turn, that creature has base power and toughness 4/4 and gains all creature types. That's very interesting. I think this card's excellent. I tend to like the flash, like give a creature +2/+Os, and this seems so much stronger than that. It's already flying. I think this card's great.
We played these when it was like give a target creature -2/-0.
Yeah, exactly. And I think this card is crazy good. I'm never cutting this card.
No, and this is just contributing to that. Maybe I'm cheating a little bit because I'm looking at the next 2 cards too, but like everything in blue seems to have flash.
6.
Yeah, 6.
It's so weird. I feel like my 6 and 7 are kind of condensed. My 6s and 7s, I feel like they need to be farther apart. I need to like lower the 6s, or I don't know. Next up, we have a 3 mana 2/2 flash and flying. When it enters, choose 1, tap a creature or untap a creature. Great. I love it. Never cutting this card. 5.5.
Yep, we saw, was it in white, we saw the 3 mana flash. What did that return day? Flash flyer returned up to let you bounce one of your own creatures. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of similar. This does let you do some stuff to them, but
I am loving or learning that the enchantment that gives +1/+1 for each creature that's entered the battlefield. Yes, of course, it's going to be insane in Kithkin, but also I think this is going to be so cute when you have all these flashers. I can't wait.
Yep, but here's another thing that would let you untap something with Blossom Bind that now you can't.
Yeah. Glen Elendra Guardian, 3 mana for a 3/4 with flash and flying. This creature enters with a -1/-1 counter on it. Remove a counter from this creature. Counter target non-creature spell. Its controller draws a card. I think this is excellent. 3 mana for a 2/3 flyer that then can counter something. Flash, trickety tricks. This card's very, very good.
I really like the Glen Elendra Archmage callback. Right, 4 mana 2/2 flyer that had persist and let you pay 1 to counter a target non-creature spell. Now this kind of actually shows a bit how they've changed design since then, right? Like the creature part of this got so much better, but the counter spell effect got much worse.
Yeah,
because they get to draw a card, and you don't get to do it twice guaranteed.
Yeah, this I agree with target player. So far, blue looks very good.
Yep.
And coming from me, that means it must be crazy.
I will say, to be fair, this is the 8th blue card, and 4 of them have been rares.
Yeah.
So that's part of it.
We've
only seen 2 commons so far.
We got a lot of rares in the beginning of white too, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, this seems really good.
But it does look great.
Rating wise, I mean, we're never cutting this card. I'm gonna say it's a 7. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 7.5. Maybe I just like the.
I like these a lot.
Too much.
It's so hard because these are so much better than the 6s. But like once you get to like 8, then the card itself is so much more likely to win a game. And this is just it's not quite there for me yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a 7. I could see 7.5 easy. It's just a very good card. All right, next up, 4 mana for an instant. This spell can't be countered. Counter all spells your opponents control and all abilities your opponents control. Create a 1/1 blue fairy creature token with flying for each spell and ability countered this way.
I mean, that's mostly just going to be counterspell, make a 1/1.
It doesn't I was trying to think of how often do I get in like a, kill attacking creature and they go protection, and you know what I mean? Like how often do I get 2 spells on the stack? Or they combat trick and then I try to blow it out with an attacking creature and then they do a thing. I feel like it probably has often.
This probably has to be like the 4th thing on the stack because it's probably your second. In order to get them to put a second one on the stack a lot of times.
Because it's usually they combat trick and then you try to blow them out and then they have a snakeskin veil, right? Like that's
exactly.
Or octopus form tends to be. I feel like the octopus form was often their second spell. And how often does that happen? I think the answer is not enough to consider it at all in the rating of this card.
Agreed.
So I still like it, but I don't think it's crazy.
No, but I think target player is right. Like, I mean, it's Mystic Snake without having to have green mana, and you just trade a 2/2 ground creature for a 1/1 flyer, which I think I'm fine with that trade.
I wonder how often you might get like a spell and an ability. Like, I wonder how often that might happen if they have like an attack trigger, and then you can try to like kill it in response to the attack trigger, and then they snakeskin veil, and then you get to counter that plus the ability like that.
Yeah,
that might happen
occasionally, or some sort of static ability that, or not some sort of triggered ability that just triggers like starting your main phase, start a combat, something like that.
Yeah, I feel like you're a lot less likely to get a spell out of them in that case, though.
Well, unless you're responding, I guess you have to respond to it with something else. Yeah.
They have to cast some sort of spell in their like beginning of main phase, which is just not super likely. But either way, I think that this is still a fine card. We're nitpicking. I think getting a fairy and countering a spell is good. So I'm not cutting this spell. Counter spells can only be so good though, because you do need to have a lot of mana open. Oh no, but all the flash creatures.
Not in this set. Yeah. I was just gonna say
counters are so much better in this set compared to normal. Cool. I'm just gonna call this a 7. I want to hold. I have so many flash creatures. This is absolutely free. The downside of blue counter magic is not nearly as bad as it normally is if there's any more flash thingies. It's like a 6.5, but I like it now more. Wasn't even thinking about the flash creatures.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it at that.
This is the exact kind of thing that I want to be doing in this color, so great. 2 mana for a 1/3 with Vigilance. It's a Merfolk with a stabby. When this creature attacks, you may tap another untapped creature you control. If you do, this creature can't be blocked this turn. I like that. I hope there's ways that you can manipulate this, but notably, you can attack with this and then have it tap the 1/3 flyer to give this a 3, make it a 3/3 unblockable, which is pretty busted.
Yeah, we've seen now a couple things that let you work with some of those, like
the anglerfish, the
tap,
angler merfolk.
Yeah, or the 2/2 tap, gain 2 life, where there's just some benefit to tapping it, even if it can't get in. Even not granted, you're probably going to want to attack with it, but even the 4/6 Merfolk rare was whenever it enters or becomes tapped, does the ability, not when it attacks. So
these tend to be really tricky. I'm trying to think. It wasn't Avatar because the penguins sucked, but there was another one where I think you had to cast a spell power 4 or greater. It became unblockable and got a counter.
It was the Final Fantasy one.
That thing won a lot of games.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't remember the name of that card.
So I'm willing to give this the benefit of the doubt. It plays into the archetype, the typal. It does the mechanic that it wants to have and makes it unblockable, so like it's a repeatable thing that they can't deal with.
Sahagin.
Yeah, Sahagin was correct. So I think this card's going to be good. I think it's going to be like a 6. I think in the Merfolk deck, you're going to absolutely want as many of these as you can get.
Yeah, but it doesn't have flash.
That's true. But it's just a 2-drop. It's just a 2-drop. Our counterspell costs 4, so that's fine. Yeah. We still have time.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I like it as a 6. These cards tend to perform better than I usually give them credit for, so
yeah.
I'm going to aim a little bit higher this time.
They certainly have been. Harmonized Crescendo, 6 mana for an instant Convoke. Choose a creature type, draw a card for each permanent you control of that type. Yeah, Merfolk doing Merfolk things. With Convoke, I feel like Merfolk are going to convoke not as well as Kithkin, but well enough. Draw 3 or 4. Yeah, tap some stuff. You'll know which decks want this, but not every deck will, but I think it's reasonable to play.
Yeah, as soon as you're somewhat, as long as you're somewhat typal focused, you'll probably do okay with this card.
And it taps your Merfolk. You can hold them in your Countermagic. You can tap them on their turn. Everything. It all plays into that one synergy that we're trying to do with the Merfolk.
Yep. Just a note for everyone, it's each permanent you control of that creature type. So like the Kindred enchantment would count.
Absolutely. This is the kind of thing that cares about for sure. So rating wise, I still don't love tapping my creatures and needing to cast that much mana. I don't love having to have like 3 or 4 Merfolk. But if you do, then if I'm in the Merfolk business, then this card is going to be good. So 6 on average?
6. Yeah, that's where I was going to settle down, was right around 6.
I feel like if you are Azorius good Merfolk, this is like an 8. And if you're like a fine half Merfolky thing, then it's probably like a 5. So it's going to be in the average about a 6. Bry Guy, thank you so much for that Prime sub. Really appreciate the support. Illusion Spinners, 5 mana for a 4/3 Fairy Wizard. At the beginning, nope, that's not what that says at all. You may cast the spell as though it had flash if you control a fairy and it has flying. This creature has hexproof as long as it is untapped.
Not only is that not what that said, none of those words are on this card anywhere.
It's very late. I'm very tired and I'm hungry. After this color, I'm going to go get a hamburger. Leave me alone. I'm getting delirious from hunger. These are really pretty fairies. I like their colors. This is beautiful art. That said, it's got bad stats.
It does.
And I kind of like my flyers to attack. So this doesn't feel great to me. This feels like what's the Avatar 4/3 flyer we just had? The Geyser dude? He sucked. He was awful.
Yeah. This does have flash a lot of the time. Because we've seen, I know fairies isn't the one of the key supported types, but I mean, this is already the 5th fairy we've seen in blue.
Yeah.
So
It'll depend on how much other instant speed stuff I have to hold up to, if I get a lot of counters, then this is going to go up in value, but counters don't tend to be that good. So if you have enough, you have to have enough flash creatures to support a lot of counters and then vice versa. So I don't know. This feels mopey to me. I'm going to say this is like a 4.5. This feels like a geyser trap. I thought geyser was going to be solid, but they're just not anymore.
I'm not super high on it. I have it as a 5. I think I'll probably play it, but not excited.
All right, next up, 3 mana for a 2/4 elemental wizard. When you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, this creature gets +2/+0 and gains vigilance until end of turn. It's fine filler. Yeah. There's a deck that wants this, but not most of them. So as like a 4.
The only note I'll have is that mana value 4 or greater is a little bit interesting with Convoke.
Yeah.
Because you can cast, it's a little easier to cast more big spells in a turn.
Yeah, but like you might want to be using your 3-drop to Convoke, and you can't like attack with Vigilance and then Convoke because it doesn't have Vigilance.
Well, it's an instant speed. No, yeah, you're right, because it gains it afterwards.
Yeah, I would like your argument a lot more if it had Vigilance.
Sure. I don't think it makes a huge difference. I just think that kind, maybe not even on this card, but if we see this effect again, I think it's interesting in a set with Convoke.
I think this is a 4, and then it's a 5.5 in the exact one like elemental deck that has big spells. The Prismari big spell deck.
Yep.
We'll see. Lockmare, 2 mana for a 4/5. Comes into play with 3 -1/-1 counters. You can remove 1 to draw a card. You can pay 3, remove 2 counters from this creature, tap target creature, put a stun counter on it.
Everybody's going to be playing these typal decks, and their girl's just going to rock up with the Treefolk Horse Serpent deck.
Best believe, baby. I'm going to touch so many cards. I'm going to touch cards all day long. It's going to be excellent. I don't need these cute little creature things. I just want trees and horse serpents. It's also a horse serpent. How badass is that? This card is excellent. I'm going to call this. I love it when my 2-drop turns into a 4/5 and draws me 3 cards. I love it so much. Yep. I think that's an 8.
I do too. Because like what's the worst case is like it's a 1-for-1 that you just force them to spend a removal spell on your 2 mana 1/2.
Mm-hmm. Lofty Dreams, 5 mana for an aura with Convoke. Enchant when it enters, draw a card. Enchant creature gets +2/+2 and has flying. Doesn't replace itself. It does. It draws a card. Yep. Yeah. It doesn't come back. That's what I meant. This is fine. I like this.
Yep.
It replaces itself. It's much cheaper. I don't think I think this could kill some people, honestly. I'm going to say that's 6.
It's like a 5.5 for me.
I'm playing one of these. The card draw really pushes it over the top.
Yep. Card draw does help.
Yeah. You gotta play it real conservative though. You can't slam that thing into a bunch of open mana or you're dead. 6 mana for an instant. Each non-land permanent you control becomes a copy of target non-aura permanent. So you just turn all of your shitters into dragons, hypothetically.
Yes. If you have your if you need to have one, or I guess they need to have one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you could turn it into their dragon. That does help a lot, actually. So I need to be exactly in like Azorius shitters or what else is making tokens? Like we're gonna have to find out, but if this was in white, I think I'd be like in doing it all day because there's so many creatures and stuff. It's an instant, so that's helpful. I can't if you're just like happen to be in like Azorius shitters and you're just like, attack you for 6/1/1s. And then they're like, cool, eat 3 of them. And you're like, nah, turn them into your dragon.
Yeah, eat 3 of your creatures. Oh, and you're dead.
Oh, yeah, actually eat all your creatures and kill you. Yeah, yeah. So I think this is a fun card. I think it's going to be playable, but the floor and ceiling range is wild.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a split rating. You have to have a lot of little creatures, and then it's probably like an 8. It probably just wins the game.
And it also like has the downside of targeting. It's not like you can choose after it resolves. So it's not, you don't always get the easiest opportunity to pick your spots on a 6 mana spell.
Yeah.
So they just completely blow you out.
Yeah, that's true. They can just kill it. Absolutely. So I'm going to say this is like a 1 and like an 8. I don't know how else to evaluate this card. You're not going to want to run this in so many decks.
Yeah, it's a crazy, kind of a crazy split card.
Target said counter a sweeper by turning all your creatures into lands.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I assumed my brain said that this said till end of turn. It does not say that.
No, it's permanent.
So you can pick your spot. You just do it when it's safe, even if it's not a huge blowout. In my head, you're like wanting to get combat. You're wanting to get a trick. You're wanting to Trixium. But realistically, if they have a dragon and I have 3/1/1s, I'm just going to, and they're tapped out, I'm just going to do it.
Yeah, I just meant that.
Okay. I hate this card way less. So
what I meant by picking your spots is like, it's not like a 3 mana spell where it's easy to like have 3 mana up whenever you want and find the right spot. Like, it's 6 mana.
Yeah, so I was thinking it was only till end of turn. So the number of times that it's going to be good and your opponent doesn't have mana or whatever, you can do this anytime. I'm way more on board. Now, that said, it's not it's instead of a 1/8, it's still like a 5/8.
Sure, yeah.
Because you still need the shitters, but it's way less tricky to play than I thought it was. Holy shit, it's forever?
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, I have 3 Merfolk, and you have nothing, I'm winning. And then they're going to be like, cool, play a Mythic Bomb. And I'm going to be like, cool, I have 3 now. That's going to be disgusting. I'm so mad I'm going to lose to this card.
Who's going to be the first person to play this card, target like
a legendary?
One of their legends, yep, and lose all of your permanents except for 1.
That's true. There's a lot of legendaries now with Commander out there, for sure.
Or they turn them all into planeswalkers that all immediately die because they have no loyalty counters.
Oh, that's the saddest thing ever. Next up, we have a 2 mana aura with flash. Enchants a creature. It loses all abilities and becomes a base creature with power with 1/1. This has been bad. Like what's the citizen one that turns it into like a businessman?
Like witness protection or...
Yeah, like those have been kind of bad, right?
Legitimate business person.
Yeah, I feel like those have not been making the cut lately.
No, this does have flash, which is nice.
So you get to like sneaky eat it. That's definitely better if you use it, if you can have the flexibility of using it as the removal. So it's definitely a lot better, but the legitimate business person was like borderline unplayable the last time it was printed.
Yeah, it was not good.
So this is like what, a 6?
6, I think.
Because I mean that was like a 4. But the 6, like the flash is a huge, so I will give it the benefit of a 6.
Yeah, because you can actually use it as like hard removal, assuming if you're blocking in combat.
Yeah. You agree with a 6?
Yes.
All right, next up we have Oko. 3 mana for 3 loyalty. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay a green. If you do, you transform him. You can plus him to up to 1 target creature you control. Up to 1 target creature gains all creature types. Okay. And then -1, target creature gets -1/-0 till end of turn. And then you
minus 2, -0.
I don't know what I said, but that's what I said in my head. Gets -2/-0 until your next turn. I think I said until end of turn. That makes sense. Yep. And then you can flip them for the green, and you can flip them back for a blue. Mill 3 cards. You may put a permanent card from among them into your hand. You can -3 to make an elk. Choose a creature type. You get an emblem with creatures you control of the chosen type. Get +3/+3 and have vigilance and hexproof. That seems insane. Especially because you only need to plus this twice on the front side, and then you flip them and activate.
Yeah, so it's interesting, right? The front side is all plus abilities, the back side is all minus. It's kind of like the original Transform Planeswalker, right? The Garruk Relentless.
Yeah.
But
only 2 pluses is not bad.
And that target creature gains all creature types is permanent. It's not till end of turn.
Mm-hmm. And then
so yeah, exactly. You give two of your creatures all creature types.
And then you already have a bunch of Merfolk, and then all of a sudden your entire board is like overrun, but with vigilance and hexproof instead, which I think is worse. But I think that is worse. I mean better, but worse for them.
Yeah. But even the -3 ability, right? Make 2 3/3s.
Yeah, it's very good.
Like you just +1 this, you +2 this, or +1 it and flip it, and then you get 2 3/3s, and then you still have a 1 loyalty planeswalker with 2 blockers.
If you're behind, this is not great. Now the -2/-0 is protection. I think that's good enough for me to like this card, but not for me to be super excited about it. It's only 3 mana, so that like if you plus it for +2, the chances if you play this on curve, even if you're on the draw, having 5 power that can get through whatever your 2-drop is probably not that big of a deal. Maybe you get to make a good trade here. So I still think this is very good, but nowhere near the Ajani.
No, I agree.
Like, it's way trickier to make good. You can't just slam it and kill your creature, get your value. But it's definitely going to win games.
It has to survive at least one turn so you can flip it to really get value.
And the problem is that like if they do chip at it, then you don't really. I guess if you can make it so that they only hit it for like you +2 it, go to 5. If you can make them only hit it for 1, and you can flip it and get to make the 2 3/3s, then it's still pretty good. But that's not game breaking. This feels worse. I'm gonna call this like an 8.
Yeah, I think that's about right. It's definitely worse than the Ajani.
It will win you the game, but you have to be not far enough behind. Like it has to be left alone for like at least 2 turns.
I agree with that.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to the Omni Changeling. This is a 5 mana with Convoke. It's all creature types, and you may have this creature enter as a copy of any creature on the battlefield except it has Changeling. It's fine. I like Convoke. It's a little expensive, but with Convoke, that's probably fine. So, 5?
Yep, so just a clone effect. We see these a lot. 5 seems good.
It does say any creature on the battlefield, so it's not just one that you control. So then I'm more inclined to maybe go closer to a 6. Because you're far more likely to have a good target to do. I like it actually as a 6 with the Shapeshift. I think that's really good.
All right.
You're still on 5?
I'm still on 5. Yeah, I don't know. Clones used to seem to be some of the best cards. And now lately, I don't know. They're because they're overcosted on purpose. That's just sometimes too slow.
Yeah, I find that I really dislike the ones that say that you control.
Yeah, agreed. This is better because of that for sure.
4 mana for a 3/2 Merfolk. When this creature becomes tapped, create a 1/1 blue and black fairy creature token with flying. I love this.
That's where you want that 1/3 vigilance guy.
Yes. Holy shit, yes. This is excellent. Or a vehicle or something. I don't think we're going to get vehicles, but you know what I mean. Just any way to cheat tap this, I'm very happy with.
You're correct. There are no vehicles, unless there's a colored one I missed, but there's certainly no colorless ones.
Yeah, I don't think so. Convoke. Yeah, that's the trickety trick way, but hopefully it's just you could just tap it, get that 1/3 Merfolk. Oh, this is going to be a beautiful deck. I'm very excited to play this. She's very strong with Convoke. I think this is a huge signpost payoff for this. We're never cutting it. It's going to win some games. You have to have the stuff to tap her, though, so 7?
7.
7 mana for a Vivid. This is the cycle. I didn't like the white one. Cost 1 less to cast for each color among permanents. Tap up to 2 target creatures, put a stun counter on them, and draw a card. So let's say we're 3 colors. For the average deck, right? There is a 5-color Vivid pile thing that I'm sure will probably be very good. Otherwise, we wouldn't have Vivid in 2 archetypes and have it be one of 2 new mechanics. But the average deck's probably not that, right? So 3 colors. This is 4 mana. Draw a card, 2 stun counters at instant speed in a flashy Merfolk color. I think this is fine. Way better than the white one.
Definitely better than the white card. I'm still not particularly high on this.
I think it's playable though. The stun counters, man. Tap 2 creatures at instant speed, put 2 stun counters on them. You just brick those creatures.
One stun counter.
But on both creatures.
Yeah, one on each. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's at instant speed, so you're bricking it that turn and you're bricking it the next turn. I think this card is gonna surprise you. I'm gonna say this is I'm going to die to this card a lot. I think this is going to be surprisingly sneaky good. That said, it's not going to be, you're not going to find a home for it in a lot of decks. You're going to want some flash fairies, some counter magic, typical blue stuff, but it's in blue. So I'm going to assume you have typical blue stuff. I'm going to go 5.5. I'm going to hedge my bets. I almost want to say 6 because I think it's going to win games.
I was going to say 5, so we're not that far apart.
Yeah. Next up, 2 mana for an artifact. As this artifact enters, choose a creature type. Whenever a permanent you control of the chosen type enters, put a charge counter on it. Remove 3 charge counters from this artifact. The next time you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it. You may choose new targets. These are never good, right? Like it's do nothing for far too long, and then you have to have your spell to copy. I don't think this is going to be good.
No, I agree with you.
I'm going to say it's a 3. I might throw it in a Merfolk deck with a lot of removal, but like even then it's only going to be fine.
Yeah, I think it's just a 3.
Rhymekin, 3 mana for a 3/2 elemental wizard. When this creature enters, return up to 1 other creature card to its owner's hand.
It's mana war.
Okay, we're getting a stat boost on it finally. They're no longer 2/2s.
Well, last time it was a 3/3.
What?
It's submersible.
Yeah, that's a little different with the water bending artifacty stuff, but yeah, I agreed. It's interesting to me that the elementals are humanoid.
Yeah, that's true. Well, some of them.
That's pretty new-ish, right?
We'll see in a couple cards. They're not all humanoid.
Yeah. I think this card is good. 6.
Yeah, just good tempo card. 6.
Snowballers surprised us though. It's a different card, but like classically those things have been good. I don't know if this one will be. I think it will be.
Yeah, Run away together. Making them respend their mana is a big deal.
Yeah, I agreed. Run away together. This card was fine in the deck. I think this card was actually kind of good. They go to remove your thing and you're like, ha, save it and tempo you out, bitch. I really liked this card. And plus it had that nasty 0/4 Merfolk that you milled people out with. And then you just kept bouncing it and tempoing them out so they could never attack you and race you. I think this card is going to be very good and I'm upset about it. But I love Runaway Together is so good when you have it and it feels so bad when they play it against you. I hate it. So for that reason, it's going to get a 6 for me.
My only hesitation with this card is I've had it so many times where I can't cast it because there aren't 2 targets.
That's because you don't play creatures, Yanks.
Or I've killed their creatures and I can't save my own because I don't have a target on theirs, or I don't want to bounce theirs because it has a good ETB.
Yeah, I think that's a you problem.
I don't know. I think the card's good. That's just my only hesitation. Like that comes up. It feels like it shouldn't come up that much, and for me at least, it does.
What's your rating on it?
It's like it's still a decent bounce, but I'm still say a 6.
All right. Vivid, 6 mana, 3/3 flyer with Vivid. When this creature enters, draw cards equal to the number of colors on permanents you control. So, if I'm a 3-color deck, am I happy with this?
6 mana, draw 3 on a 3/3.
I think I am. If I'm a 2-color deck, am I happy with this? 6 mana, 3/3 draw 2?
No. I don't think so.
I think that's playable. Draw 2 is very good. On a body?
Let's remember it's not just a 2-color deck, right? You have to have a permanent of the other color. And that they don't kill something and that they don't kill something in response, right?
By the time you get to 6 mana, you probably have both colors if you're a 2-color deck. I think I can safely say that that's going to happen more than average.
You will certainly have played cards of both colors. It doesn't mean they're still on the battlefield.
Yeah, but I don't think that's a wild thing to suggest can happen reasonably often.
No, I don't think. Oh, reasonably, yes, but I don't think the average case in a 2-color deck is always 2. It's somewhere less than 2.
Of course,
it's like 1 point something.
But you have a splash, or I think this is fine. I'm not excited for it. 4.5. No. I think it's playable.
Okay, yeah, I think it's playable, but yeah, I'll probably say a 4.
It's gonna get the boot most times, but I'm sure it'll end up in some of my decks. Maybe I'm wrong to put it in there, but like it's gonna be there. Or maybe I'll be unhappy to run it, but it certainly will see some play, I think. 2 mana for a 2/1 Merfolk as an additional cost to cast this. Behold a Merfolk. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 white and green Merfolk creature token. This is excellent. 4 Convoke, double body. It doesn't exile the spell out of your hand. Merfolk seem to be pretty plentiful here in blue, so I think this is exactly the kind of card I'm looking for in blue. 6. Never cutting. I would run 4 of these.
I probably would, but I will say, I guess you're playing blue-white for Burrow. I say blue hasn't shown any reason that it particularly wants to be wide.
Convoke. There's been a lot of Convoke in blue.
There's only like 3 Convoke cards that we've seen, maybe 4.
We're like less than halfway through.
It's only 4, and two of them are rare.
It's fair.
Like, I'm not. This is a good card. I think it's, and because you're pairing it with white, which does want to go wide a lot of times, I think in the ideal Merfolk deck, it probably is worth playing in multiples.
And it's just like it's a creature type archetype, right? Which just wants a bunch. So yeah, I'm happy to play a billion of these. I think it's a 6.
6, yeah.
Next up, we have 3 mana for a 2/3. When this creature becomes tapped, draw a card, then discard a card. These are always fine. This is just Grand. 3-drop Grand.
With in a color that has some ways to tap things.
Yeah, but Grand was waterbending, right?
Oh, true. Yeah. Yep, good point.
Grand was like the #1 card at the Pro Tour, man. That card was insane. Stupid Grand. I think this is okay. I think it's nothing special. It's a Merfolk. That's good. It's okay statted. Merfolk have Convoke, so that does a thing. It's a 5.
5 seems fair.
Spell Snare. Counter target spell with mana value 2. Specifically 2? Not like 2 or less or 2 or more.
Yeah, it's a reprint.
I don't like it.
Used to play this in Modern Control to counter Dark Confidants and Tarmogoyfs. And
Poor Tarmogoyf. Rest in peace, Tarmogoyf. Rating wise, I'll give it a 2.
Yes, I like it.
5 mana for an elemental burb-looking thing. 3/5 flyer. When this creature enters, target creature gains flying till end of turn. And has basic land cycling. We didn't have a... Did we do that? Did we have this in white?
No, because it's not island cycling, right? It's any basic land.
We don't have a cycler cycle? That's
Nope.
weird. Interesting. I mean, I like cyclers. And it does a good thing, can win when it ETBs, and then is a scary creature to deal with later. Nothing we don't like here. I'm actually, with the land cycling, I think this is quite good. 6.
And it even protects you from only having like one of a certain type of basic land in your deck, because you can get any basic land.
Yeah. So this is very good for Vivid.
I like it as a 6 too.
2 mana for a 1/3. When this creature dies, draw a card. It's an elemental soldier. These cards are always okay, and they sometimes overperform a lot of the times because you don't want to kill them. It's going to brick a lot of the aggressive decks, Merfolks. A lot of 2/1s in the set with Kithkin. So I think this will be very playable, but just a 5.
Just a 5 unless you want elementals for a specific reason, and is it?
All right, I don't know what this 9-drop is going to do, but it better be good. 5/5 elemental. This spell costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest mana value among elementals you control. Okay.
Oh, so the second one only costs 2 mana.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So it's gonna count. So it's probably like pretty reasonably subtract 2 power. Like if you elemental's elemental, you have a thing. It's a 2-drop, fine, or a 2 power. You have a 2/4, right?
It's mana value. It's mana value, not power.
Oh, mana value. Okay, that's even easier. So let's say 3. We'll say you have a 3-drop elemental, and this now costs you
6.
6. It's a 5/5 flyer for 6 mana. When this creature enters, if you cast it, return all non-elemental creatures to their owner's hand. Huh. Well, it's only good in the elemental deck, but
Yep.
I'm going to pretend like that's the deck that you're in. And I feel like the average elemental deck, this is still quite good. That's the nice thing about these cards is sometimes you have to have a very good version of that deck for the card to be good. I don't think you do. I think you just have to have like 6 elementals, 7 elementals in your deck, and that's not like a super high number, and this is very, very solid. And it's going to, like, what's the cow twister? Cyclonic Rift.
Cyclonic Rift.
My favorite
The cow twister.
My favorite version of Cyclonic Rift has the little cow inside the twister. It's the best art ever. So yeah, you're gonna get a really discounted large scary thing that Cyclonic Rifts them. That cow twisters them. I think this card's excellent. I'm gonna call this an 8. It can win the game.
How can the cow twister be your favorite art, and yet you had not seen Wizard of Oz until a couple weeks ago?
I don't know. It's just the little moo cow. He's so cute. I love him. Whatever. What do you think rating wise?
I think I like this card as like a 7.
Okay, that's one of our largest differences. We've had a couple. We've had like a 4.5 and a 5.5, which feels like a lower difference to me than the difference between a 7 and a 6.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I don't know. I think the elementals will do something. I think. Well, I can't say this with the strength. I was going to say, well, Simic's ramp, so that'll help cast it, but it's Simics. That doesn't count.
I mean, I'm just kind of fine with 6 mana, like, bounce your board. Like, that seems nuts.
Yeah. And an elemental is, well, I guess changelings, but elementals for the most part are going to be, I imagine, confined pretty much to blue-red. I mean, you might get the occasional one that's good enough to play, like the land cycler we just saw in other blue decks, but...
Yeah. And maybe you end up playing against another elemental deck, but if your elemental deck is casting this for, on the upside 4 mana, like that seems crazy to me. So
for sure. Yeah, definitely.
I feel like it is not unreasonable for it to be a 6 mana Cyclonic Rift, so with attached to a huge body.
Yep.
Swat away 4 mana for an instant. It costs 2 less to cast if a creature is attacking you. The owner of target spell or creature puts it on. I'm really struggling with words today. The owner of target spell or creature puts it on their choice of top or bottom of library. It was worded very strangely that kept tripping me up. Yeah, that's fine. Two mana, bounce your creature at a card parity. I think that's fine. And you can also do it for a spell in a pinch if you needed to.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's basically like a memory lapse.
Yeah. This would be a playable card. 5.5? 6?
I like it as a 6. The fact that it can serve as like a 4-mana memory lapse in addition to the rule spell is just nice. Nice enough flexibility that, sometimes delaying that spell for a turn is enough.
Yeah, it lets you play around it, lets you hold open your, whatever you need to do. All right, next up we have a flip Merfolk card. 2 mana for a 2/2. Can't be blocked. Good to know. When this creature enters or transforms, target creature gains. When this creature deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, draw a card until end of turn, and then you can flip it for a white. So that just seems good. When he enters, you get to do that. And on the back, he still can't be blocked. When this creature transforms into whatever, target creature you control gains protection from each color till end of turn. Holy fuck. Huh. Well, I call that an 8.
Yeah, it's when you flip this into its white side, you basically just get to protect a creature. And then you still get to get this through for 2. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and you can flip it and they can't block the other creature. It gives it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Sorry, giving it protection from including. Yeah, you can't block it.
So you just can't block, and then you get to kill them. I like that. I think this card is very good. I think the fact that it flips into this can't be blocked. It gets to draw a card automatically, right?
No, because
when this creature enters or transforms into this creature on the blue
into
side,
this side. I'm sorry.
I
thought you were still talking about the white side.
And because it's not an exile transform, it can attack and be unblockable.
Yep.
So each turn, every other turn, you get to draw a card. And then the other turn, you get to make another creature unblockable, hit them for 5. Next turn, hit them for 2, draw a card. Hit them for 5. I think this is very good. I think this is an 8.
Agreed. Sorry, I thought you were still talking about the white side. That's why I was confused.
I mean, these cards are confusing, so, 4 mana for a 2/4 elemental. Whenever you cast a spell of mana value 4 or greater, draw a card. These are always really good. There was one like this in Keldheim, like a giant or something. That was always very nice. The fact that this is just 1 mana color means even though it's an elemental, you don't need to be elementals. Like, I could be Dimir fairies with a bunch of sold out-esque 4 mana removal spells and be very happy to be running this. So I don't think I'm cutting this.
Agreed. I like this at like a 7.
I'm not that high on it.
6.5 maybe.
Yeah, I'll say the average deck is a 6.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Just because
I'll say 6.5.
Probably like Azorius Merfolk probably just don't have enough 4 up spells to like be very consistent. But I do think it's gonna be very good.
Convoke helps with that a little bit, but
absolutely. But they're only rares, Yanks. There's only 4 of them. 2 of them are rare.
Well, in blue, you said Azorius. There were some white ones. Don't worry.
I was just teasing. Next up, we've got 4 mana for a sorcery with Convoke. We found one.
Yep.
The owner of target non-land permanent puts it onto their library second from the top or bottom. I was actually thinking about the second from the top thing because we had that in Avatar when we were looking at the other bounce spell. So it's interesting to see it here. Only at sorcery speed, though, which makes me very sad.
Agreed.
I do not like that.
No, I think it's still playable, but that definitely takes it down a long way.
I think that takes it down a lot for me. I think I will be sad if I'm playing this card at sorcery speed 4.5. It'll see play, but not, I hope not.
I'd say 5, just because I like the fact that it can hit it's non-land permanent, not creature.
That's fair.
But yeah, it's not great.
Thirst for Identity, 3 mana, draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard a creature specifically.
How many of these do we have now? We have Thirst for Knowledge. There's the enchantment one. I forget what that was.
I feel like this should have been like the no face card draw. Or not no face, wrong creature.
Discovery.
Co. This should have been the card draw. I kind of like this one a little less, but it is instant speed with the fairies and the flash, and that's fine. I think this is okay, but I think card draw has gotten better than this.
Yeah, I think so too. I think in like the Thirst for Discovery, where you're discarding a basic, like that's a little different, but having to discard a creature is unfortunate, although it is the type you will have a lot of.
Yeah. I think it's playable. I'm going to say it's like a 5.5. I'm hoping there's better card draw, like trees. Yeah, we have tree. We don't need this shit. Get out of here.
I'm going to say 6 just because of all the flash stuff. Like, it's this sort of instant speed card draw gets a little better.
Next up, 5 mana for a Convoke. Draw 3, then discard a card. At instant speed, better. That's my... What? Done. That's better. That's so much better. That's my 6 right there.
It does cost 2 more.
No, it's got Convoke. And it's instant. No. That's way better. That's my 6 right there. That's the GOAT. You let us know in the comments. If you're watching this video, tell me, do you like the assistance more or the identity more? Tell us in the comments that Yanks is wrong.
I don't actually like Thirst for Identity more. I think they're pretty equivalent.
So you have them both at 6s?
I do.
All right. I have like it's like a 5 and a 6. That's a huge difference to me. Not close. Next up, 2 mana for a 2/1 flyer. Playing it. It's already a 5. At the very least. It could have no other text. When you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, surveil 2. Done. I'm not cutting this. It's a fairy. It's a flyer. Surveil. I love it. It's still pretty low impact, but 5.5.
Yeah, you only probably need, you get 1 surveil 2 that's almost draw a card.
And just hitting 2 mana, 2 power flyers, just win games. It's very, very good.
It's at 5.5?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, this thing is fat and cute. 4 mana for a 4/3 Merfolk. When this creature becomes tapped, target creature an opponent controls gets -3/-0 until end of turn. Okay, I'm here for this card. You can sneaky tap it, and also it just attacks very well, which is better for a 4-power 4/3, right? I think that's a nice way to sort of recover. It makes it so that way you can get other Merfolk to tap to protect like that uncommon 3/2 that makes a fairy. If you're also attacking with this, they're going to have a harder time blocking it profitably. So I'm here for this. It's doing what the Merfolk want and help you do it. So it's just a 5.
Agreed. It's a 5.
But it's good for Merfolk.
It is, and it can go up a little bit if you have enough stuff that lets you tap stuff for free too, especially if you have it in instant speed. 7
mana Convoke Kindred Sorcery. Return 1 or 2 target non-land permanents to their owner's hands. Then if you control a Merfolk, create a 1/1 white and blue Merfolk creature token for each permanent that was returned to its owner's hand this way. Yeah, I actually think this is very good.
Yeah, it's pricey and it is a sorcery speed, but you can probably get mana parity or close to it with Convoke.
Yeah, I feel like you're pretty reasonably casting this for 4.5 to make 2 1/1s and double tempo them into oblivion. I like this card a lot. I'm gonna lose to it. I actually think this could win some games.
Yeah, it probably can.
6.5.
I'm gonna say 6.
Next up, 2 mana as an additional cost to cast the spell Blight 2 or pay 1, counter target spell. Okay, that's fine. with all the flash creatures, with all the instant speed card draw, I'm running these at a much higher rate than I typically would. So I see nothing wrong with this card.
Yep, there's some times where the blight's a benefit too. So
yeah, like trees. This is okay.
yes.
Azorius, put this in Azorius. You're having a good day. You get to this just says counter spell, draw two cards.
Your horse serpent.
Yes, my horse serpent. Love it. I'm super excited. Also, blue looks crazy. But rating wise, this is much better than normal. Blue wants all of these that you can get, like instant speedy things. So I typically have it like at a 5, and I only want to run 1. I think it's like a 6, and I might run like 2, maybe 3.
Agreed. I'd say 6 as well.
So 6, we're good to go. We're gonna run, at least 1 more than we typically would. And that wraps up blue. Make sure you guys leave us a comment. Let us know what you guys thought of the blue cards. Personally, I think this is the most excited I've been for blue for a set in forever.
Yeah, I think blue looks great.
Yeah.
Anytime you get all this flash stuff and you get to play on your opponent's turn, it's one of the things that I enjoy doing in Magic that other card games don't let you do. This one does.
Absolutely, absolutely. Leave us a comment and let us know what you think of blue. Thank you guys so much for joining me for day 11 of the 365 challenge. Don't forget to leave me that comment and let Yanks know how wrong he is about that other card, about that card draw, and subscribe. It helps the engagement, the subscriptions. They really do help a ton. It's a great way for you to follow along for the challenge and help out the channel. So thank you guys again. We'll see you tomorrow for day 12 when we go over all of the black cards. Bye, guys.